Yo. What's going on, man? Today is September the 30th. Tomorrow, we have two WNBA game number twos, and we're going to jump into Aces and Liberty game two. Let's do just that. Let's jump right into it. Quick recap. In game number one, both game number ones. I actually didn't play the second game. I'm glad I didn't because my money would have been on Minnesota, but I did take New York minus the 4. It was a smaller play than the under 163.5, which was a loser. And it hurt, man, because the game finished on 164. And it was just a bad loss. I was really, really frustrated by that. But we are 10-3 in the WNBA playoffs, up almost 5 3/4 units. So we'll take that. We'll definitely take that and look to keep it pushing. Hopefully in the right direction for this game here. So let's jump into the matchup. We got Aces and Liberty. This line opened at 4. Money has since come in on the Aces as road dogs here. It's down to 3.5, and the total has ticked up a point to 160, a half a point to 163, to 164. Open 163.5. So let's jump into the matchup. I have the just the box scores from game one. Well, the Aces specifically on this graphic here. Aces first. Game one recap, you can go through and kind of look at the numbers. They did shoot pretty poor from the 3-point line, 28%. They shot 43% from the field. But when I was breaking down this game for game one, I kind of talked about this. I said that the Aces, I didn't think that their offense would look great in this game, just because they're not a team that gets a lot of offensive rebounds. I thought the Liberty would be ready for game one because of how they lost game 4 last year. We're still going 3 for 17 in that game. And none of this really, I expected the game to be really good defensively, it to be a really good defensive game. The problem was the Aces didn't hold their weight on the defensive end. So when I look at this box score, the things that jump out to me is Jackie Young had a bunch of opportunities. She finished with 17 points. She shot just 6 for 16 from the field, 2 for 7 from the 3-point line. And I talked about this in the video I did earlier. Kia Stokes, 0 for 1 from the field. She played 12 minutes and didn't do anything. She was a -9. You can see her efficiency there. And it was bad because they were doubling off of her. So I do think we'll see a lot more Alicia Clark in this game. She played 24 minutes in the game. You see she shot 3 for 7 from the field. She finished with 9 points. Did have 4 fouls, but she did get 5 rebounds, and she knocked down one of her 2 threes. So I think she plays better. Tiffany Hayes, you would automatically expect to bounce back in the spot. 23 minutes, only 0 for 2 shooting. The 2 points that she did get came from the free throw line, but she was a +7 in those minutes. So I'm pretty sure, Coach Becky Hammond will try to find some more minutes for her. The problem with that, though, is that if you go small, then it's a lot of mismatches on the defensive end. Tiffany Hayes is a pretty good offensive player, but I'm thinking that she could struggle to go down there and grab some of those rebounds that they need, because that Liberty team is really, really big. They got a lot of size. All right, so anyway, transitioning to the Liberty box score. Sabrina, carried the team in different portions of the game. Stewie, it was a Stewie first half. She had 20 points, I think, at halftime. She finished with 34 points, 8 for 9 from the free throw line. She had 2 of her 4 threes. And just thinking about the 3-point shooting in general, the Liberty shot 42% from the 3-point line, 50% for the game. This, I think, we start to see a little bit of regression here. And I went back and watched the game. The Liberty, were taking the ball out. Well, they were, the Aces were missing. The Liberty were getting down the floor, pushing the pace, running super fast up and down the floor. The bench didn't really contribute much. Courtney Vandersloot turned down a couple wide open threes. You can see that she did finish with 4 assists. She only had 3 points, and she took couple bad shots as well. Kayla Thornton, Kennedy Birch, I thought could play it a little bit better. And then Sabley just didn't get the minutes. I thought she deserved a few more minutes. But Jacko Jones also played pretty big as well. 15 points, 12 rebounds. And but Najee Laney-Hamilton probably going to play a little bit better. Only 1 for 6 in her field goal attempts. And they were pretty good looks when I went back and looked at those as well. There's potential for Phoebus to play better also. Just 2 for 4. Her defense was very impactful. She finished with 6 points. But she could play a little bit better in this game as well. So here are some of the numbers that kind of go with this, and some things to add on. So you look at the Aces this season when they're playing the same opponent in back-to-back games. They did finish 2-1 straight up, but 0-2-1 when they were playing the same opponent that they previously faced in the prior game. 3-0 to the under. We'll bookmark that under spot. Liberty, a perfect 8-0 this season when they're playing the same opponent that they previously just played. So they've won every single game in that back-to-back situation this season. So says a lot for liking the Liberty in this spot. Going through the box scores again, the team stats, you can see that the Aces were outscored 16-6 in fast break points on the season. They were actually a plus 1.5 points, and they only allowed 9 fast break points. This was something that Coach Becky Hammond pointed out at the end of the game. She said we can't get out hustled like that. But the problem is that the Liberty were playing really good defense. When the Aces were missing shots, Liberty were out. They were running. They were making a lot of those shots, trying to get early looks before the Aces could set their defense, in the half court. And it worked well for them. So game one, like I said, the Liberty shot 42% from the three-point line. On the season, they only shot 35%. So I am expecting some regression there. New York shot 50% from the field in this game. I talked about that already. The Aces held their opponents on the season to about 43% on the season. So I think we see some regression there as well. Becky Hammond also said that this is a must-win game. So pretty sure the Aces bring it on the defensive end. I think they play a little bit better than they did. I also think that the Liberty are going to continue to play really good defense. This is a very, very long, lengthy team that can give the Aces trouble and problems. Chelsea Gray was somebody else who stood out. I didn't talk about Chelsea Gray, but just going back and looking at it, man, she had 4 points. I think she had 2 jumpers in the first quarter, 2 for 7 from the field, missed all 3 of her threes, and she only had 1 assist. So immediately I'm thinking, okay, Chelsea Gray, potential bounce back spot, or do we think that the length and the athleticism that the Liberty present, is going to make it difficult for her to score again and get her teammates involved? I'm a tad bit afraid to pay Chelsea Gray, but I do have her points, rebounds, and assists. I think the line was listed at 18.5, and I'm not going to lie, I do want to go under. Just haven't pulled the trigger on that one. All right, so getting back to here, just a couple trends I wanted to point out before I jump into, the play that I'm liking the most in this game and kind of sharing some other thoughts with you guys. So I look at the pace in game one. It was played at a 79.7. So it wasn't played really, really fast. We saw things really slow down after the first quarter. Both teams, were really, really scoring in the first quarter. More so the Liberty, but both teams were scoring. So a couple trends that I wanted to talk about. I've got the first one posted here. You may not be able to see it, but what it says is that teams, so in games where a team has lost 4 times in the same season to the same opponent, and they're a dog in the 5th game, which the Aces are, you can see here 27-16 to the under. That's about 62.8% says that this game goes under. And I think we see, like I said, I think we see the effort from the Aces here after being a no-show on the defensive end in game one. But as I said, I do think the Liberty play defense as well. At the bottom, this look here, this is from moneyballer.com. This is the over-under records for the last what is it? Every game, I think, since the Olympic break happened. So you can see that the Aces are an under team, first half and full game, 12-4 to the under. And Liberty, same thing. They are 10-5 to the under, 9-6 to the under in the first half, as well as a home favorite, 6-1 to the under. Aces as a road dog, 1-0 to the under. So I'm thinking this first half could go under. I think there's an 81.5 over on Fanatics if you guys have access to Fanatics Sportsbook. But if not, I think some 80.5s are out there, and I kind of like that. Overall, I think the best play on the board, though, is the under again. I know I failed on it in the first game, and there was a lot of people who liked it, commented on the show. I think the under is the right play. I do think we see some aggression from, like I said, just the offense that we saw from both teams. I don't expect the Liberty to shoot the ball that well again. I think that the Aces also continue to struggle to score. They're going to continue, I think, to make it hard for Asia Wilson to get her points. I think that's another thing that really stood out to me, is that when Asia caught the ball on the block, they were doubling her. You can see Becky Hammond try to make the adjustment and try to put Asia in some actions at the top of the key so she could, get a dribble handoff with Kelsey Plum or Jackie Young. So Jackie Young 3-pointers at 1.5, juice to the over at -125. I saw that. Like I said, she shot 2 for 7 from the 3-point line. I think that's the potential look. She's going to get her shots. I think if you're Sandy Brondello in the New York Liberty, you want anybody to beat you that's not named Asia Wilson. So even Kelsey Plum, who had 24 points in the last game. She's listed at 17.5. I can see her having another really big game. She has had games of 22, 13, and 25. 22, 13, 25, and 24 in the 4 matchups so far against the New York Liberty. So I can see her having a, kind of keeping it going in this spot because they're going to need their star players to play really, really well. So Kelsey Plum, Jackie Young, threes, I think are in play because I don't think they're going to make it easy for Asia Wilson. I think she'll see a lot of double teams, and it's not like Jacquel Jones, not the greatest defender, one of the better interior defenders in the league as well. So as long as she can stay out of foul trouble, I do think that this game goes under. I like the under a little bit more than I like anything else, but it leads me to the Liberty. I just feel like the Liberty are the better team. I think every time they see the Aces, they're going to see it's going to be like a bull that sees red. They know what happened to them on their floor. They know what it takes for to win, and I think they really just got a bad taste in their mouth. It would not surprise me at all if they win this game. I'm gonna see where the line goes. Right now it's 3.5. If the line continues to come down, probably going to end up on New York. I'm just not as high on the Aces. I don't think that there's a lot of adjustments that Coach Becky Hammon is going to be able to make either. So I do like the Liberty to get another win as well. And you can get the Aces to win the Liberty to win the championship minus 130 right now. If they win this game and go up 2-0, I do think that'll be 5 straight wins over the Aces for this season, including the regular season games. And I'm kind of at a mindset that, especially if Connecticut ends up knocking out the Lynx, I think they match up really, really well with Connecticut. That minus 130 will never be there. I don't think we'll see that again. So probably something that you probably should have got on earlier. You could have got them at plus money to win the championship before game 1. But minus 130, I think that price is going to be gone here soon as well. So just some looks on some futures. First half under, like I said, it kind of goes with the trends that I showed you, so I won't talk about that too much. But yeah, that's what I'm liking, man. I will be on the under for the game. I have not played it yet. I'll see where the total goes overnight. I'm thinking it's going to be an under game, and I do like the Liberty. I'll see where the line goes there before I play it. And that'll be it. Resources that I use to handicap the games. As always, I like to share these with you guys. Odds Jam, Sportsbook screen page is what I use to find the best number. Makes it so I don't have to open all 14, 15 sports books to see what the lines are set at. Always want to pay the less big when I'm making bets as well. Because long term, this time will be profitable. So use referral code CBC if you're interested in getting 20% off your first month over there. And Moneyballer, 50% off. I shared a trend with you guys from Moneyballer. But if you want access to everything else that they have, MLB, NBA is right around the corner, NFL, whatever it is, they got everything over there. So use code ChrisBeCappinn to get 50% off your first month over there as well. And that'll be it, man. Do me a favor, hit the like button for me on your way out. Subscribe to the channel, share the show, all that good stuff. The link for my official bets when I do make them, if you're interested in, becoming part of the ChrisBeCappinn community, is in the description of the video. Bet responsibly as always. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I will be live in the morning, probably 8 a.m. What I'm thinking, but definitely turn the notification bell on. Go over the Lynx game as well against the Connecticut Sun, and we'll do a recap of Monday Night Football. I got 2 bets open right now. Tennessee looking pretty good, and Kenneth Walker under his rushing yards looking pretty good as well. So hopefully we can go 2-0 tonight. Catch you guys in the morning, man. I'm out.